Well, we have absolutely all been there, right? You've just had an amazing time grabbing coffee downtown, maybe enjoying a nice walk along the river. You stroll back to your car and bam, there it is. That dreaded little piece of paper just tucked perfectly under your windshield wiper. A parking ticket. Your stomach instantly drops and your very first thought is probably just about the sheer hassle of dealing with it. But hey, take a deep breath. Today, we are going to completely demystify this entire process for you.
I promise we're going to make this a super quick, entirely stress-free solution. We're looking at the absolute fastest, most efficient method to clear that ticket right from your phone or your computer, so you can just get on with your life. No waiting in massive lines at the municipal court, no hunting for stamps to mail physical checks, and, most importantly, zero unexpected late fees.
So welcome to this explainer on resolving bin parking tickets online. I honestly love breaking down processes exactly like this because, with just a little bit of structured info, what feels like a major headache turns into a simple 5-minute task. Okay, let's dive right into this. Here is our quick roadmap for today. Number 1, anatomy of your ticket. 2, timelines and extra fees. 3, getting started online. 4, our step-by-step payment guide. And 5, pro tips and alternatives. All right, Section 1, Anatomy of your ticket. Know what you're looking at. So before you even think about opening your web browser, grab a highlighter or a pen and locate these specific pieces of information on that physical slip of paper. You're going to want to find the citation number. That is your unique identifier. Next, just double-check that your license plate number and the registering state are actually correct. You'll also want your driver's license number handy, and crucially, make a note of the date issued. Having all these details ready to go is going to make your search in the online database incredibly smooth. Now, take a look at the time right here, 12 p.m., noon. This is a massive pitfall that people run into. They try to pay their ticket the very minute they get it. You hop online, you excitedly type in your citation number, and nothing. It literally says no record found. Please don't panic. Tickets are not in the system instantly. You actually have to wait until noon on the very first business day after the ticket was issued. So if you get a ticket on Friday evening, don't sweat it over the weekend. It simply won't be in the portal until Monday at noon. Moving to Section 2, timelines and extra fees. The clock is definitely ticking. Because of these incredibly strict deadlines, you really cannot just toss that ticket in your glove box and forget about it. Let's look at standard meter and overtime violations. On day 1, your ticket might start at just $12. Pretty reasonable, right? But if left unpaid, by day 6, that fine suddenly jumps to $25. Ignore it until day 10, it nearly doubles again to $45. And if you hit day 14, you completely lose the easy way out. Unpaid and uncontested citations right at that 14-day mark become subject to additional court fees and can actually be sent straight to collections. And hey, if you're thinking you can just rack these up without consequence, think again. The city of Bend uses a digital system called Passport. Now, this integrates directly with the Oregon DMV to track frequent violators. If you happen to be a habitual offender with 6 to 9 citations on your record, you are looking at a staggering 200% penalty increase. Hitting 10 or more triggers even steeper fines. So the absolute crucial takeaway here is act fast. Okay, Section 3, getting started online, navigating the portal. Let's get to the action. Make sure you have a stable internet connection, your ticket, and your payment method ready. First things first, type bendoregon.gov/parking citation into your browser. Now, don't be alarmed when the web address suddenly changes on you. The city is just securely redirecting you to a Tyler Technologies gateway, which is their official municipal online payments portal. Once you're there, you'll input your search parameters and locate your specific ticket. And the really great news here is that this database is incredibly flexible. If your citation number got smudged by the rain, or you honestly just can't read the tiny print, you aren't locked out. You can actually search the system using your license plate number and state, your driver's license number, or even just your legal name. They've made it as foolproof as possible to figure out exactly what you owe. Section 4, Step-by-Step Payment Guide. Completing the transaction. Listen up, because before you complete this transaction, there is a totally crucial legal detail you absolutely must understand. When you pay your citation through this online portal, you are legally entering a plea of no contest. What does that mean? It means you are essentially accepting the penalty and closing the book on the issue. By doing this, you are formally giving up your right to contest the ticket or request a trial. If you firmly believe the ticket was a mistake and you're planning to appeal it, do not pay it online. Once it's paid, it's done. It can no longer be contested. Now, if you are ready to pay, I actually have a brilliant little money-saving hack for you straight from the city's fee structure. Most of us instinctively reach for our Visa, MasterCard, or Discover card, right? But if you do that, the system tacks on a 3.25% processing fee with a minimum charge of $195. However, if you simply choose the e-check option instead, that processing fee is completely waived. It is literally 100% free. All you need is your bank routing and account number. Oh, and once you hit submit using either method, always be absolutely sure to save or print that final confirmation receipt for your records. Just a quick heads up while we're talking about payment methods. Your modern convenience apps like PayPal and Venmo, yeah, they are not accepted for City of Bend parking tickets online. So just make sure you have either your physical credit or debit card or your bank account details ready to go before you sit down to do this.
Let's wrap up with Section 5, Pro Tips and Alternatives, dealing with edge cases and avoiding collections. So, what if you followed every single step I just gave you and your ticket still isn't in the system? Take a really close look at the header of your physical ticket. Bend actually has a few different jurisdictions overlapping. For example, if you parked on the Oregon State University Cascades campus, they use a completely different portal at osucascades.rmcpay.com, and they charge a flat $3.95 convenience fee. Parked in a private lot? Well, that's likely Diamond Parking, and they have their own website and variable fees. Or if you were cited by a sheriff's deputy, you might actually need the Deschutes Justice Court's point and pay portal. Bottom line, always double-check exactly whose name is at the top of your citation. Also, look, it just has to be said, if you walk out and your car is entirely missing, the online parking portal cannot help you. The city's Parking Services Division does not manage towed vehicles. In that worst-case scenario, you will need to immediately call Consolidated Towing, Inc. at 541-389-8080 to locate and recover your car.
And returning back to that 14-day rule we discussed earlier, if you completely ignore the ticket and just let it age out, the Bend Municipal Court is going to hand your debt over to a collection agency, like Alliance One. Once your balance hits collections, you are entirely frozen out of the city's easy online payment portal. You'll literally have to deal directly with the collection agency, which, trust me, is a headache nobody wants to deal with.
Now, as your enthusiastic host for this explainer, I want to ensure you always have the absolute best info. Please remember that municipal rules, fine amounts, and processing fees can, and honestly do, change over time. So while this guide is totally exhaustive based on the current codes, always verify the final details on the official City of Bend website before actually submitting your payment. So, we've broken down the anatomy of the ticket, the strict timeline, the portal steps, and exactly how to save money using an e-check. You have all the tools in your toolkit now. The only question left is, are you going to let a tiny $12 mistake blow up into a $45 headache? Or are you going to jump online and clear it right this second? Grab your ticket, head to the portal, and get it done.